Hi, it's Angel Shaver, Stampin Up Independent Demonstrator from Kansas. Sorry about that. If you saw me pop on here a minute ago, there was an awful lot of dog barking right beside me, and now there's some in the other room. So I hope we can get through this. This is week 5 of Sheltering Tree. And the exciting thing, I love these, when there's a 5th Thursday in a month, we get to make some kind of exciting new technique or fancy fold. And today I have spent most of the day researching the twist and pop fancy fold. And I tried to convert from centimeters to inches, and I'm no good at that. That's a skill I need to learn, but I did find someone who has already done that for me. So I'm going to flip you down, and we're going to get started making a twist and pop card. Okay, I think you're seeing over here, mostly, I have practiced and written down my dimensions, so I hope we'll be good for all that. And I've done most of my stamping, so you don't even have to watch me mess with that. What we are going to be doing is basically using the same sheltering tree images that we use throughout the month. But first, we're going to make our card. Now, this is the part that I spent most of the day trying to find, or trying to convert centimeters to inches in my brain, and it just wasn't easy. So I take a piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock and cut it at 4 1/4. So I have a piece of 4 1/4 by 11 cardstock, and then score it at 5 1/2. Get that cutting blade out of the way. And there I have a regular 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card. And I'll put that aside for now, because now we are going to make the mechanism for the inside that makes the pop and twist and pop happen. And so we take a piece of cardstock, and I've written down all my dimensions. We cut it 3 inches. I think this is maybe 3 by 8. I forgot to write that part down. So we're just gonna hold this together and cut off the end. Okay. Now, I know we get the cutting blade out of the way. I can't even, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but just listen, and then these dimensions will be on my blog at angelstamps1.blogspot.com. And so you score it at 1.5 inches. And then you somehow mark it at the 2.5 mark on each side. So I just put a score line, then I will go back and put a pen mark because it doesn't matter. You won't see this underneath in your card when we have it all put together. Okay. And here I am just marking my 2.5-inch mark. Okay. Now you score from mark to mark on a diagonal. So I line that up and score it, and then do it the other way on the diagonal. I don't know who first thought of twist and pop cards, but it was somebody really cool, and everyone has been doing them. So I don't even know who to give credit for this. There are lots and lots of videos out there. Okay, then I'm going to burnish the score lines so that they will fold easier for me when it's time to fold this up. And the last thing I do is cut a piece of Whisper white paper again. You can use whatever cardstock you want. At 3.5 by 10. And I know that all I have to do is cut an inch off by 11-inch piece of paper so that I have a 10-inch piece. And then I will score it at 2.5 5, and then 2.5 the other way, or 7.5. I don't want to cut it though. What do I get? Score it. Okay. This aside for now. And then you're just going to mound valley, back and forth, fold your, I don't know which way, it doesn't matter. It'll all go together here in a minute. There you fold your panel that will twist. Okay. Now you start decorating. And we'll grab my card base again. I have already cut pieces of the Nature's Poem Designer Series paper for my decorating. And here is a piece cut at 4 by 5.25 that I will put on the front. And that glue is not wanting to work. Let me grab my other one. This is my front piece. And then on the inside of my card, I'm going to put a panel of Designer Series paper, again from the Nature's Poem Designer Series paper set, on both the top and the bottom. And we'll put that in first before we put in the twisted pop panels. And I'm going to glue down a piece of Wisp white paper toward the bottom of this inside so that you can add a message. You can write something. Now I'm going to grab my tear and tape that I forgot to get out, and now I don't even see it. That's what happens when I forget to get everything ready. I guess we're just gonna have to compromise. Oops. And on your panel, you will put pieces of Designer Series paper or pieces that you have stamped on each panel, and they are 3 1/4 by 2 1/4. And what I've done is I already stamped basically the 4 seasons with the sheltering tree that we made earlier this month. And I'm sorry that the camera is wobbling. My dog seems to think that he needed to be under there, and he was hitting it. So there we have winter, spring, summer, and fall. Those are the 4 images that we used on our cards earlier this year, this month. Winter, spring, summer, and fall. And now what I'm going to do is take the twisted pop panel that we worked on, and I'm going to try to fold it. You will get, when you're done, it will look like a little house, folded that way with triangle roof. Now, what is recommended, I'm going to go ahead and put some more glue under this corner. they recommend tear and tape on the triangle. But since I can't find mine, I'm looking around up here and I don't just see it laying somewhere. I'm sure when I clean everything up, I'll find it. Excuse me. I'm going to use some snail. Just putting snail on my triangle. And then adhere it to where the triangle is right at the fold. And then close it. And then do the other side. Holding it shut, making sure it sticks, and there it is. Now, I will be, you put tear tape here if you have any, but since I couldn't find it, I'll be putting some snail on the upper half of this panel. And making sure it's my fall tree that is attached to it, and that it can still close. It's really cool how it twists like that. And then I will put some adhesive on this bottom panel over here. And make sure it's my winter tree that is stuck to that. And that it can still close. Okay, there we have it. It's closed. And then you pop it open, and there comes your 4 panels. It's really, really fun. Now, I'm going to make a belly band to keep this closed. And I have chosen a piece of Blackberry Bliss. And I am just going to fold it around my card. Maybe keep it not 100% tight. Put a little bit of snail on there. Put that together. And there we have my belly band. We slip that off. And there is the card. I do intend to stamp a little decorative piece for the front of the belly band, but I'm not going to keep you captive watching. You can see it on my blog at angelstamps1.blogspot.com when I post it tomorrow, and you will get to see the decorative piece that I put on the belly band. Also wanted to let you guys know, if you're watching this live or today on Facebook, it is January 31st, which is the day, I'm going to flip you up so I can talk to you, which is the last day of January, and it is also the last day of the paper share and the last day to sign up for my January or February through June stamp clubs. So if you're interested in any of those, let me know. Also, Stampin' Up! Has let me know there are some things that have been so popular during celebration that you are in danger of running out. The ribbons that go with the gingham gala set are already sold out, and there are two other things that are very close. One is the foil sheets, and the other I just forgot. You know what? I will put that on my blog as well and let you know because it just ran out of my head. So, thank you for watching. I will see you next week. We start a whole new stamp set for the month of February. We will be using Wonderful Moments. And I will see you all then. Bye.